What is up, guys? Insane Silence here, back with another video. Been playing a lot of prop hunt recently, got to go through all the maps and everything. I just wanted to get in here and show you guys exactly what the best places are to hide. So let's go ahead and hop into this. We're going to go standard mode, and we're just going to go from all the standard playlists from Aachen all the way down to USS Texas. So let's go ahead and start off with Aachen here. Let's go ahead and get into this. How do we start? Let's see. Start match. Alrighty. So yeah, this video is basically just going to be like a show all, tell all of all the best hiding spots for prop hunt. Just for these extra 31 days left that are in the resistance update here. New maps will be coming out in about 3 days. I'm recording this on the 27th, so let's see, 29, 30. Yeah, so 3 days. Let's go ahead and hop into Aachen here. I'm just going to show you guys the best hiding spots on here. So there's a lot of spots that people don't really check from what I've seen for the most part. Let's go ahead and just grab our airborne division here. Let's see. There's no bots, it's just me. So right here is a really good spot if you're something small. If you're something small, I would always come in here, hide like right here, and then just move around this part of the map right here. Just if you're something small, especially if because people can only come in through these two ways, and usually people are shooting around doing this type of thing. So if you can just stay around here, if they start coming around here, just keep moving around, and then they'll eventually walk out. Just be very hesitant about your whistles. This is also a good spot as well. There's not enough people that check corners, in my opinion. There's another spot right there. There's a lot of people that hide here. Not a lot of people that check right there as well. But then, let's see here. There is... Usually corners are your best friend. That corner's good as well. You got this corner here, that corner there. You got these corners here. Corners here. I've seen some players hide right here where no one really can find them that well. That's an easily accessed spot where people check a lot, because that's where a lot of people camp and do this type of thing on multiplayer. So don't come here. I mean, you can if you want to, but bad spot. Up here, if you guys didn't know, you guys can hide like on these corners. If you're something small, you can rotate yourself. This part is a spot that people check as well. Nothing really in here. I've seen some people hide around here as well. Let's see here. We got back here. This is a really popular hiding spot because not a lot of people check. But just back here, we're right up against this thing if you're something small. Let's see here. Back here is a big hiding spot as well. Usually right in here, right in these corners, where, you know, people aren't going to check, you know, people are just going to do that and then just run out. You know, that's why I thoroughly check every single thing, and that ends up getting a loss sometimes. But sandbags are always good next to sandbags. If you guys didn't know, this is a good hiding spot as well. No one really checks this spot. That's just a spot I found this video, so, you know, just going through these maps and looking for spots like that, especially if you're spawning on this side, no one's going to check right here. So that's a really good spot for you guys as well. Corners, really good. Corners. Here's good. We got the spot over in here. A lot of people hide in here. It's easily accessible with good flash distance too. We got a spot right there. Back here is always a good spot as well. There's a lot of people that come back here and shoot those, so you gotta be careful. Good corner right there. I've seen a lot of people hide right here, and then once someone comes in, they flash, jump out the window. Not a lot of people that I've seen have been checking Trolley, which is kind of crazy because this is like a main part of the map. But no one really checks these, so that's a good spot. Also down in here, it's really good, especially dark spots with shadows are the best in my opinion. You also got up here on top of the stairs, back here. I've seen a lot of people jump and hold R2, so they get stuck in the air right there. If you're a sandbag, this is a really good spot. Just climb up here, kind of center yourself, and go on from there. And And then each of these corners over here, there's not really anywhere to hide in between. This is a good spot for like a bike, but you know, most people usually find it. So just pay attention to that, guys. And then back here we have, you know, corners are very good as well. Hiding behind things like this right there would be good. By this tank, and the best spot back here would be in this corner. And then if they come around, we can flash and then just hop out, go through here. These rooms aren't really that good. I've seen some people hide here and there, but best spot in this map, in my opinion, would be right around this area. So let's go ahead and end this match and hop into the next one. Alrighty, guys, going into Ardennes Forest. There's some good spots in this map. This is one of the very underwhelming maps, in my opinion, that in prop hunt, but there are a couple good hiding spots, and you will be playing this map on and off. So I just want to show you one really good position here. So there's not a lot of spots to check around this area, but if you're a prop, you can get right here and you can lock yourself in on that spot in the dark. And you know, if you're a small prop, like some blankets or like a bucket, you know, there's not a lot of people that check right here. That's a very good spot. I've survived many rounds just sitting right there because it just looks like the bridge. It doesn't look like there's anything back there, but that's the first spot I always check. So go here, guys. That's a good hiding spot. Under the bridge, you know, doesn't really matter. Let's just get the best hiding spots here. You know, corners are the best. I've seen a couple people hide in here as well, especially if you're like one of these things, people hide in here. Corners, you know, corners right here. This corner would be good as well. Up on top of things would be another good spot to hide. Usually right here, if you're something small, you know, because people can't really see on top of that. If it was just a little higher, it'd be better. So that's an okay spot. Corners, up here is a really good spot as well, because a lot of people don't check up here. Right here by this tank, either side doesn't matter. Back side of the wall here. And then we have inside this little room, just back here against the walls. On the other side of this wall here is good. Not a lot of people check that spot, because when you're running, you know, you don't really peripheral check that spot. Around rocks is good. Got this spot here, that spot there, this spot here. We have this spot behind the tank, it's good. Behind barrels, that's good. I've seen a lot of people that are like tree stumps. They'll hop on top of this and make a double tree stump. That's really good. Behind barrels right here. Tree stumps as well. I've hit as a tree right here, like a tree stump here. Not a lot of people know about that spot. Tree stumps are good. We got in there. There's not a lot of people that check back in there if you're something small. Got this corner right here. If you're a bucket or some blankets or something. If you guys are a blanket as well, like a pile of blankets, I've seen people hop up on this table and chill right here on this table, and they don't get killed. Once again, corners, you can also hop up on this table as well. If you're a little something, little blankets, hop up on there. Once again, tables are always good if you're something small. That corner right there. And then we got this corner here, and then the back, which is okay, but you know, usually people, this is one of the areas that they mainly check. But if you are some blankets or something small, don't forget, guys, always use something that you can climb on to your advantage. Because a lot of people just do this the whole game. They'll just shoot at the ground. Not a lot of people I've seen have been looking up. So if you can climb on top of things and jump and stick yourself in the air in a good spot, you can climb on top of these things. You can jump and stick yourself in a spot. There's not a lot of people that are going to look up and really, you know, check out their advantage points. So this is a good spot right here. Really depends if you're in a lobby with people that like to use this thing. But I use this all the time, especially domination, stuff like that, just to get across this part a little faster. But yeah, so that's our dens, guys. Not a ton of good hiding spots on here, but you know, always use things that you can jump up onto your advantage, like this and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and hop into the next one, guys. Alrighty, guys, moving on to Flak Tower. We have some other good spots here. We also have these jackets that you can hang yourself up as. I found really good spots in between the jackets is really good. You know, hanging yourself inside of the jacket is really good as well. You can also be these little bullet casings, but you're standing up, so you guys got to be careful with that. I've seen a lot of people hide back here, you know, back of the map. I've seen a lot of people place sandbags back here, which is really nice. If you guys are sandbags, the edge of the map is your best spot. If you can place yourself on one of these sandbags here, or the best spot is right here next to these sandbags. No one I've seen yet. I've only been killed once in a spot right here being a sandbag, so that's a really good spot as well as, you know, placing yourself on the top of the sandbags here. Not a lot of people hide right here. Any corners, like I said, guys, any corners are really well placed. Those are good spots as well. People really check those spots, but I've hid as a jacket right here. Just jump, press R2, and you'll plant yourself right up there. No one really checks right there. And then if you're like one of these bullet things, just plant yourself right in the middle of that right there, as well as right over here in this corner. You should be good. But back here, there's a lot of people that hide back here, especially in that corner. If you, I've seen like these things, since there's one right there, people have gotten up here and sat right here and done that little thing there. Good hiding spot as well. Either side of this is okay. Back here, you know, corners, that's good. I've seen people hide behind these things right here on the edge. The edge is a big thing, so make sure you check edges as well. In here, we've got corners, corner there, just get right up here if you're a little tiny thing right there. Just climb under that. Corners as well, guys. Big thing here, corner. This corner works very well, especially because you have escape routes both left and right. Once again, guys, the edge of the map behind here, right there, that's a good spot right there, because people will jump off this and not really check that spot. We also got corners just right here next to this, around this area. We also have on top of here. I haven't seen a lot of people hide up here, but that's an okay hiding spot. If people aren't really checking, if people are looking down doing this type of thing and not keeping their head level, they're always looking like this. You know, sometimes you don't catch that little bucket up here, or missile head, whatever, blankets, boots. You know, some people can hide up here. A lot of people hiding in corners around this area. I've also noticed there's a big part of this game where you can be a pipe. And so check the pipes around the map, because that's a big thing. You see how they have pipes are all around here? You can put a pipe there, pipe there, pipe there, pipe here, pipe here. I've lost a lot of matches from a pipe right here or there or anywhere else around the map that a pipe would look good at. Also as well, guys, you got these corners up here. You gotta exit here and here. Like I said, guys, with the jackets and everything, and a good hiding spot right here as well. That should be it for this map, guys. Let's go ahead and hop into the next part. Alrighty, guys. Moving on to Gibraltar, we have good spots all around this map. Any corners, like I said, any corner is going to be good for you, especially if you're small. If you're something big, you know, you're just going to have to find yourself a way. Up tops on things like this are always good. On this map, I've seen little gray boxes that are kind of elevated in the air. This is a good spot. You just hook yourself right on top of this truck here, or on the back, especially on the sides is really good. I've survived the whole round right here as a gray box. As well as this corner here, I mean, there's a lot of people that come over here and shoot, especially because there's things on the ground. Corner, corner, corner. In here is really good as well, especially if you're back there. No one will really check back here. Just right up here against this box, you know, flash, jump out, all that good stuff. So go ahead and move through here. All these corners here, especially against these doorways, are good as well. And then we have just the outside of the map area right here. This is a really good spot. Not dying, but that's a really good spot right there. You know, corner here, we got corners here and there. Around this part right here is really good if you're up against the wall. You know, press R2, lock yourself in. We got up there in this room here, which is a really good spot. Any corner of that room, and then we have on top of this little thing here, which is really good. Not a lot of people check up here, as well as on top of this house. and on top of here, as well as behind here and in this corner. And then we have over here and here, this corner, we got that corner. And then we have these corners up here, as well as behind this truck and back there in that area, as well as in that room. Let's see here. We have, this part isn't really that great, but you can hide in this corner because you have a lot of exit routes, as well as this corner. This corner has a lot of good spots here, right there. There's not a lot of people to check, you know, the main part of the map there. This area is not really that great. Seen a lot of people die in this area. We got that corner there, that's a good spot. This corner, that corner. We got in here, these corners here. You got exit routes 1, 2, and 3. And then best spot in this map, in my opinion, is always back here in this area. We got this room here where you can hide in corners by the window, especially right here is a good spot, as well as the corner here, and then you have the outside of this area. I've seen a lot of people hide back here, up against this wall, jumping, you know, up on top of this wall here. You also got this spot just up here. I've seen a lot of people hide here and over here, but this is the best spot of the map right here. Right here. If you can plant yourself just on this edge right here, if you're something small, you will not be found, guaranteed. We also got this part of the map here. That corner is great. That corner is great. That corner is great, as well as planting yourself on trucks if you can. And then we have this room over here. We've got a corner there, corner here, and corner here, and corner there. Those are good spots, as well as up here, because you have an exit spot both left and right. Let's go ahead and hop into the next map, guys. Alrighty, guys. Moving on to Gustav Cannon. We have the back of the map here. It's a good spot. You can hook yourself onto any truck here, as well as hide down there in the tunnels. Good spot. Around this box is really good as well, because you can kind of move around depending on what side the player comes from, here or here. You kind of hide yourself really well, as well as planting yourself on walls up there, in corners. Had good spots here as well, down here in the caves, or in the tunnels here, as well as I've seen a lot of people survive hiding in this area. This is a good spot, but there's a lot of people that do shoot in here, so you got to kind of be careful. Seen a lot of people hide right here as a tree. Hay bales are on this map as well, so you know, you kind of have to hope you don't get a hay bale or something big. But you know, up on top of barrels, next to trucks, if you're a tire, lean yourself up against here. I've seen a lot of people hide in here that will survive a full round, just sitting there the whole time. Around here in these areas, around the table is good. There's not a lot of people that hide in here, but I do, and I'll usually survive. You know, usually I'll only have to stun one person and run off, but there's much better spots than this. Seen a lot of people survive in here, but this is a really big spot for people to come in and shoot. Seen some people survive in this barn here for a long while. You know, corners, whatever thing you are, if you're small, is the best spot. But hay is a big thing in this map. You can bury yourself in this hay. If you're something small, you'll glide right through it. You won't sit on top of it. You'll glide through it, and you'll be almost totally hidden. So, you know, you also got big trees on this map. You can plant yourself by some trees. You'll be pretty good. You know, these corners over here, even on the side of this here, or right here. Lots of people hide around this area, especially on the sides of these houses, as well as right here. This is a good spot, as well as this is a good spot right here. There's a lot of people that hide around here, as well as this spot right here. So always check those spots. These are good hiding spots, as well as spots to check. Anywhere in here is pretty good. It's a pretty open space, so you know, you're going to kind of be out there, but you know, up on this table is really good if you're something small and you don't look like you know, if you're like a sleeping bag, hide up here or on the side by another sleeping bag. There's a lot of people that hide just around this corner or back here, around, you know, just on this wall here, as well as over here. You can kind of slide yourself down in there if you're like a little bucket or a jug, as well as this tunnel here. Back here, this is a spot that a lot of people don't really know about, but if you're the tiny jug or a tiny bucket, you can hide up on this truck if you plant yourself just about right here, right in the middle of this scene. If you guys look around right here, you can't really see that high on the truck, and if you're playing prop hunt, this is for prop hunt, a lot of people are looking down and shooting wildly and not really taking in their surroundings and what really looks different. So, you know, and people, I've spent a whole round on top of this truck, and I've had 4 people literally shooting around this truck, shooting right here, and they don't really realize that I'm literally sitting right there on top of the truck. So that's a really good spot. I've survived many rounds up here on top of this truck right here, just standing as a bucket or a little jug right there. So that's a good spot, as well as in here, guys, you got to take part of these hay bales. If you're something small, take a little piece of yourself, put it in this hay bale. You will be totally hidden, as well as right here. Any spot that's really dark with, you know, this outline of shadow, you're going to be really good hidden right here. So if you're a little bucket or jug, something really small, hide yourself in that hay bale. You'll blend right in, as well as anywhere around here, especially if you can, see if we can hit this actually. Okay, no. But I've seen a lot of people hide up here. Take part of these hay bales, guys. The little haystacks around here, the little pieces of hay are really good. I've seen people hide right here as well, especially right there by that bucket or the bench. Lots of people hide like right here and in here against the, or not here, it's the next one, sorry guys. Hiding right there is really good. There, anywhere in these corners, there, or behind the back wall. I've seen a lot of people hide right here or also on top of here. And there's not a lot of people that check on top of things, you know? Everyone just thinks, you know, oh, they're on the ground, they're on the ground. You can climb on things, guys. You can climb on things when you're a prop. You can climb still. So you guys got to take advantage of that. That's a good corner as well as that corner as well. This building over here is really good to hide around just because, you know, there's a lot of people that don't really check around this building. They're always thinking, you know, there's another corner right there. They're always thinking, you know, around this area. But another spot that I haven't seen is if you guys can jump, or let's get to that later. We have this spot right here. You can plant yourself just around this area if you're a little bucket or a jug, and not a lot of people check there. On these, you know, around these corners here, the best spot I've found is here on top. There's a lot of people that will just run around the map and not check up here, which is really odd because this is like one of the main spots that I check first. But, you know, any corner up here, you're bound to not be seen for at least a while until there's, you know, the whistles start getting down and your teammates start dying. This is a really good spot as well. In this corner, there's not a lot of people that check. This spot here as well. And then I've seen a couple people hide over here in this corner as well as here. And then I've seen a few people actually have some balls and do this type of thing. To get up here, and they drop down on top of here if they're a little jug, and you can't really see it that well. And I've seen some people actually get on top of this truck as well, or plant yourself on the side of this tank. So this is Gustav Cannon, guys. Let's go ahead and hop into the next. Alrighty, guys, moving on to London Docks. This is a really good map. Any of these corners in this area are good. Lots of people will run through here, though, so you got to be very careful. This corner is good as well as that corner. Not a lot of people will check this corner right here, so it's a good spot. I've seen a lot of people hide in this corner as well as this corner, and that corner, as well as these corners all through the middle of the map here are very good. These corners are good as well. Not the best spot, but they work. And guys, big thing on this map is you can be these white tarps. If you are a white tarp, please put yourself here in the middle of these tarps or in the middle of a tarp like this, and you will be unseen. Whistles will give you away, so you got to be careful. Hiding anywhere around here is good as well because you can run around this, confuse your teammate, flash, boom. You have tons of exits all around the map. Hiding yourself on this back wall is really well, as well as this truck. Around this truck in this area is good, as well as on the bus. A lot of people will hide themselves in here. Not the best spot because this is one of the spots that I checked, but you can hide yourself in here, as well as over here. You can be a little sandbag. Boom, plant yourself right here. Or even if you can jump up here, which usually you can't, but I've seen people do it, plant yourself right there. All around this area is really good. I've seen people climb up here as a bucket, place themselves right here. They don't die. This is a big hiding spot for a lot of people. They hide in this area, especially right here by this telephone. Planting yourself on trucks. I've seen a lot of people hide up here. a lot of people don't see little tiny things that are placed up here, or even over here on this little bucket, this little can here. So that's a good spot as well. White tarps. People, shoot the white tarps, I'm telling you. A lot of people hide there. Right here, guys, if you are something small, plant yourself right here. You will be okay. You have an exit there and an exit here. Use your flashes to your advantage. A lot of people plant themselves on these benches here, or next to these benches. Good spot next to the bench. Corner there is good. Corner here is good. Seen a lot of people hide back here, as well as that corner where it's dark, where you can't really see a lot. Corner and corner. If you are a bench, guys, plant yourself right here. You guys will be good for a little bit. You'll end up getting found, but this is a good spot for a bench. Not a lot of people check this spot. That's a good spot there. Anywhere around this car, any of the corners around this area. Shoot the white tarps one more time. As well, guys, while I move on to this next spot here, which this is a good area as well, especially if you're planted in this corner, as well as this corner back here. Not a lot of people check there. Moving on to the next spot, guys, we have this spot here. Not a lot of people check right here as well. I've seen a full team sit right here, or not a full team, just like 1 or 2 people sit right here. Never get found. Win the round for us. It's really awesome. White tarps again, guys. Check those. This corner here is good, as well as this corner here is good. Moving on, we have the white tarps again, guys. Check those. We have a spot right here that's really good. Plant yourself right there if you look like one of these things. There's a little tiny black like piece that you can be. Not a lot of people will check this spot right here. That's a good spot. Before we move on, guys, Parenting is not a big part of, it's not a part of prop hunt, so we don't have to worry about Parenting. Guys, you can be these little ropes. So check the ropes there. This is a big hiding spot. I don't think a lot of people know about this spot in general, just for this map. But this is a thing. So you guys can jump up. There's a ladder here. There's a ladder there. You guys can jump down here. But a big spot here is in this spot, right in this corner, face out. Just looks kind of normal. Whatever you are, hide in that spot. You're bound to not get found for a while. There's a corner here and a corner there. A lot of people will shoot these spots, so be careful. Behind this box is good. On top of the boxes there or here is good. Corners. The best spot in this map, in my opinion, is going to be either shoot these white tarps as well, guys. A lot of people will hide there. Best spot, in my opinion, is going to be right here, guys. Do you see how dark that is? It doesn't look like anything is right there. So I've seen a lot of people shoot all around this area like this, but they never shoot right here. If you're a little tiny black thing, like I said before, over there in that spot that's just over there, if you're a little tiny black thing or a bucket, plant yourself right here. You're bound to survive most of the round until your whistles start giving you away. White tarps, guys. White tarps are a good spot right here, as well as in this corner, on top of here, or in this corner. You're bound to not get found. So that's pretty much all of this area. Up here is okay. It's not the best spot, but that is London Docks for you guys. Let's go ahead and hop into the next map here. Alrighty, guys. Moving on to Point du Hoc, we have, if you can beat pieces of big rock like this, you can also beat tarps. So this is a good spot right here for the big rocks, as well as, if you're something small, this corner is really good. Tarps that are flat on the ground, you always can lay right here, and this is a good spot. I've seen friends that are tarps, and people will just walk past them. They'll walk right on top of them. Doesn't even matter. This spot really isn't that great, though. I've died many times right here, or in corners right here, so this spot isn't that great. Around this bend is okay. It's not the best spot, but you have exits both ways, so if you're something small, use it. If you're a door, you can plant yourself on top of this door. So that's a good spot as well. Not a lot of people check there. I've seen people that are tarps, and they can go right here, but they go under everything, so everything is on top of them, and they don't ever get found. So always check that spot right there. That's a good spot for a tarp. Corners, these corners in this area are okay. They're not the best, but they work. I've seen people be these things, and they plant themselves right here. They look exactly like this thing. They plant themselves right here, never get found. This corner is okay. Up here is okay. You have exits 1, 2, and 3 just over here. I've seen a lot of people get in that spot right there. If you're a small prop, you can actually hop up here, and you can start back here, and you can run and jump and plant yourself right up there. And you can lock yourself right in that spot. And not a lot of people are looking up. Like I said in the last few parts of this video, not a lot of people will look up. And there's a lot of things that can hang in the air. If you time it right, you can plant yourself right up here or on this wall over here. So make sure you guys check up in the air as well. I've seen a lot of people plant themselves, you know, right up here on this right here as little tiny things. They go ahead and lock themselves in right there. That's a good spot. A lot of people have been up here, little buckets, things like that, because there's just so many things up here you don't think, you know, something can be right here. So this is a good spot, as well as over here. I've seen people plant themselves on either side of this, as well as planting themselves up here, just right here on this spot right here. If you're something small, that's another good spot, as well as you can jump and lock yourself in right up here on this wing, about right there, right in the top part, the peak of that jump right there. I've seen a lot of people hide on this back wall right here, like a little med kit, as well as these rocks. I've seen a lot of people hide right here, because the spot is missing. That's a good spot. As you can guys tell, there's sandbags all around this map. I've seen a lot of people use the sandbags to their advantage. So they're down here, or where is it? Let's see, let's find it here. There's a spot of sandbags that slope up. It's right here. You can plant yourself right here as sandbags, because there's no sandbags in this spot. If you're a row of sandbags, plant yourself right here. It's a good spot. No one will really find you. Let's go ahead and move on to the other side of the map here. I've seen a lot of people plant themselves, you know, just around this area. You got tons of exits either way. You got one that way, or two this way here, that way, and that way, or you got this way, or that way. So up here is a good spot as well, guys, especially back here. Seen a lot of people plant themselves on either side of this, here or here, as well as hop up here and get on top of this. Over here is okay. A lot of people will check this spot, but you can hide here. You have a lot of exits. You have that one, and that one. Coming back here, though, this is a really good spot here. I've seen a lot of people get by planting themselves right here. Not a lot of people check that corner. Sandbags are good right here as well as right there. You can plant yourself over here in this corner. That's good as well as anywhere in here is a pretty good spot. This is a pretty good spot as well, just as long as no one comes from that way. But you do have a lot of exits. You have around here. You can go that way. You can go in the house. You can go through here. Right here is a good spot if you're a bucket. Not a lot of people know that there is not a bucket right here. But you can place yourself right here as a bucket, and no one will shoot it because it just looks normal, because it's a little spout for water. I've seen a full round get survived. If this chair gets destroyed, per se, some people will plant themselves in the chair right here, as like that same chair, and no one will shoot it. I've seen a lot of people hide up here on the bed. You can get up here, use it to your advantage. There's a horse right here, so you know you can plant yourself, you know, inside this little spot right here. No one will really shoot there. As well as up here. And you know, you guys, there is a lock button when it comes to prop hunt, so you can jump out here and lock yourself in mid-air. No one looks up. It's the craziest thing to me. No one will look up. It's the weirdest thing. No one looks up in this game at all. For some reason, no one looks up, but I've seen people hide right here, up on this wall here. They can lock themselves in mid-air. Go ahead and shoot right there. I've seen people hide up here. It's a good spot as well. And that corner is good. But this is a really good spot in this game. So, you know, when you're playing this map, whatever you're playing, you don't check here. You never check right here. This is a good spot if you're something small, like a little rock or something, or like a little jug, a little bullet, like the bullet casings like these, which are a bullet. Set up right here. Boom. I've seen people hide up here, but for the most part, for the locking mechanism, I've seen people jump and plant themselves right up there. So always check that spot, and that's also a good spot to hide as well. This corner is really good as well. Not a lot of people check there. There's a lot of hay and stuff on the ground, but that's a good spot, as well as this corner here. That corner is good. If you're something small, you can plant yourself inside this hay. Use the hay bales as good as possible. I've seen people hide here as well as here as well. And then I've seen people hide up here as well as like little megaphones planted right there, as well as in that corner. But that is the end of point 2 hop, guys. I've seen people hide up here as well. That's a good spot. Place yourself right in the middle of here. You most likely will not get found. let's go ahead and hop in the next one. Moving on to St. Mary Dumont, guys. We have a good spot right here. This is a good spot. If you're that red hanging thing, it's like a red hanging thing for like horses. This is a good spot. It is a red door. You kind of blend in there. Moving on top of here, planting yourself on this little thing right here. No one will look up right there. That spot's good. Corner there, corner here, corner here. That corner is really good, as well as this corner. No one will really check those. Planting yourself on this truck is really good as well. That corner as well, good spot. You have an exit there, there, and here. Planting yourself here or in this corner, that corner is okay. Planting yourself in here is pretty big, right there or in here against this hay bale. Use the hay bales. Keep saying that. You guys got to use them. They're amazing. Hardly get found in the hay bales. Hay in here, you guys got to use them. Not a lot of people look in here. No one shoots these. No one will shoot these hay bales, man. It's crazy. I've seen I've hidden here so many times and no one finds me. It's the weirdest thing. And then you guys got this little hay bale here, as well as this corner. That corner as well. You can plant yourself on this hay bale here. I've seen a lot of people plant themselves here in this corner. That's all right. As well as that corner over there. That corner here. We also got that corner there. Behind that little box there, so they can kind of run around. We got that corner there, behind that barrel there. That corner, or behind this barrel. Let's keep moving this way. We got a corner here. That's a good spot to hide. If you can get yourself back there, depending on what you are. This corner as well, that's a good spot. We also have that corner there. We also have in here, which is okay. It's not the best. It is kind of a wide open area, so it's pretty easy to get found in here. That corner here as well, behind this cart. We also have around here, this area. We have that corner there, behind here, around this corner. We have right here, it's a good spot right there, right in those bushes. Right about there. No one will check. We also have this spot right here, around this wall area, up on this wall. People will jump and lock themselves right there against that wall. You got that corner there, that corner there, that corner there, and that corner there, and you have exits on both sides. That's a good spot to hide. You also have this right here. Put yourself right on top of that, right up here. Lock yourself on there. That corner, this corner is pretty good because there's a lot of brush. Not a lot of people will see that. A lot of people will hide back here as like a bike around this area. That's a good spot to hide. Seen a lot of people hide in this corner here, or just around this box, like right here, or right there, as well as there, or there, depending on what you are. You can also hide in this corner here, or around this area. This is another big open room that's not really that great to hide in, but you can hide here or there. That's a good spot. Let's see here. Good spot I've hidden. Not here. A lot of people will check this spot. They'll spray that spot. So just be careful there. I've seen a lot of people hide right here. And this is a really good hiding spot. You can move around, plant yourself on different sides of the wall, just depending on what you are, as well as just around small parts, especially in this little gap here. Plant yourself around this corner here, or this is a good spot here. I've seen people plant themselves here. You can plant yourself there. There's a good spot in here as well, just behind this little thing here. Not a lot of people will see it. You know, you run around, you don't really check right there in that spot, as well as any of these corners in this room here. And then we have that room back there. You guys all know it, just any of the corners in there. Around this car area, any of the corners over here. I've seen a lot of people jump out of this window, press R2, and lock themselves in midair, and they never die. Make sure you check there, check these corners. Good spots to hide there. Not really anything else, guys. There's a good spot right here. If you jump up, lock yourself on this wall, or even right here against these two spouts. That's a good spot to hide as well. And then we have this room over here. So there's a good spot to hide there, there, or there. There or there, there. Not right here necessarily, but you can. That'd be an alright spot. Or you can come up here, plant yourself there, and you have an exit there, or down this way. Plant yourself there. On this mattress, you can be like blankets. Plant yourself here. You can plant yourself over here in this corner, over here in this corner, and you have an exit here. And I've seen people jump and lock themselves over in this area, as well as, let's see here. They lock themselves on the tank, the truck, or this car, as well as right here. As as well as on this car. Let's go ahead and check out this other area over here as well. You got a good hiding spot there. That corner as well. This corner as well. That corner. That corner. That corner. That corner. This corner. That corner. That corner. That corner. This corner. That corner. That corner especially. This is a really good spot. Not a lot of people will check right here. And then as well as the classic jump out the window and lock yourself in midair. So make sure you guys check those spots. Alrighty guys, last and final map, we have USS Texas here. Up here is a good spot. We have good spots up here, especially right here in this corner. If someone comes in, you flash, run down there, run out there, or you can jump out the window here, or you can't jump out the window. I've seen good spots here, as well as just over here on these ledges over here. There's not a lot of people to check on these little tiny ledges. If you can move as far as you can over and lock yourself in position, you're kind of in mid-air, but no one will check right there. No one will look up, I promise you. Spots here in this corner, there in that corner, just around here, around this little block. If you can plant yourself on the wall, kind of like this, which there's not any things of these that will stand up like that, but you can lay them on the ground. Those are okay spots. Another good spot is just around any of these, especially this corner here or just behind here. You can be these little hoses too. If you're at one of these things right here, go ahead and move yourself up here and plant yourself right here, right in between this and this. That's a really good spot as well. I've seen someone survive there the whole time. Moving on to the back of the map here, we also have some more hose parts. We got this corner here as well as that corner. You can also be a little pair of boots, so putting yourself in any little corner possible is really good for yourself. You can also be these things right here. I've seen someone hook themselves to this one right here, and it looks pretty normal, but you're kind of close to this, but it looks pretty normal. No one will shoot that, so go ahead and put yourself right there as well. Good spots. I've seen, let's see, back here, there's nothing really. This is a pretty open area. I've seen people have good hiding spots right here, as well as if you guys are a little buoy, jump up here, place yourself, and make sure your little thing, your little string is just like this. Go ahead and place yourself like that. I've seen people shoot right here, and it looks like it's like a little glitch, but if you shoot right there sometimes, it won't hit you. So that's a good spot as well. If you're these little green things like this, go ahead and place yourself there, 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 or there. And not a lot of people will shoot these, but some people will. It's a really common hiding spot, but sometimes you can get lucky. As well as here's another good hiding spot for a buoy. Just place yourself on top of there. As well as, let's see here, we got this corner here is really good. No one will find you right there for the most part. And for the best part of this map, guys, I found that you can come up here as a little tiny thing and place yourself just on the end of this buoy right here, or on the end of this cannon here. And just place yourself there or on the other side as well, and that's a really good spot. You can also place yourself here in the corner, or this corner, that's a really good spot. As well as up here, guys, this is a good spot. If you're a buoy, place yourself on one of these two buoys here. It's a good spot as well. Let's see here, moving on, I've seen people hide right here as little of like these gasket things. They're a little bit longer, but they hide right here. Never get found, that's a good spot. You can also place yourself right here on top of this ledge here. Good spot. Let's see, moving on, we got these corners over here. Those are good spots. A lot of people will come up here, so you got to be careful, but you do have a lot of exit ways and jumping off and locking yourself. Ooh, this is a good spot. This is a new spot I just found right here or here. I'm going to guess that works over there as well as over there on that spot as well. Moving on through the inside here, if you're a little spot, if you're a little tiny thing, this room isn't that great, but moving on from here, you got a little corner there. You also got a little corner here, as well as here, here, or here, or here, or there, or there, or there, or there, or there, or there, or there. Right here is a really good spot. Right here is a really good spot, and right here is a really good spot as well. Moving on upstairs, guys, we have these corners here. This is a good spot right here in this corner. A lot of people will come up here and check, so you got to be careful. But, you know, any corner up here is usually pretty good. Moving on to the back side of the map from the other spawn, we have, you know, you can jump up here and be right here. Not a lot of people go this way, you know, but this is a really good spot. Use that to your advantage. A lot of people can see right here, but not a lot of people have enough balls to check and look right there and shoot. So that's a good spot as well. You also have this spot right here is a really good spot. Right in between here, if you're something small, you can get something in between there. That's a good spot. If you're one of those green things, like I showed you guys over in that spot over there, those green things that are flat, you can come up over here and you can jump up on top of this and lock yourself in position. And a lot of people don't know about this spot, but this is a really good spot right here. You can come right here. If you're like a little like dangling hook with like one of these, not these things at the flag, but let me see if I can find one here. It kind of looks like, let's see, where is one? It looks like these. You can be one of these in the map. So planting yourself right there next to those, it looks not obvious at all. But planting one of those back here, right in between, like right here off the edge, and the hook swings as well. So it looks normal. But you know, you can plant yourself right there. So that's a really good spot as well. If you're something small, try planting yourself up around here, around this corner, just right here. No one will really check in this area. As well as you have tons of exits anyway. You can jump off any way you want, just as long as it's off the front or the back. You can't jump off the sides, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, that is going to be pretty much the end of this video. This is a good spot right there. But that's pretty much all the good spots that you can hide in Call of Duty Prop Hunt. Unfortunately, they're going to be taking this out within the next like 30-something days. As soon as this ends, they're going to be taking this out. So make sure you guys take advantage of this video. Another good spot right here on top of here. Make sure you guys take advantage of the video and do your best. I wish you guys all luck in Prop Hunt. Hopefully you guys have some good hiding spots now. If you guys don't know any of these good hiding spots, hopefully this made it a little bit easier for you. Multiplayer, this would be a good sniping spot. I just really realized that, guys. This would be a good sniping spot. Unfortunately, you can't jump across, but, you know, you got some good spots here and there. You also got this spot here. But I would choose this one over that one, just for the sniping spot there, as well as there in that little area right there. But anyways, guys, Prop Hunt, hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far. I know I am. If you guys haven't played it with friends, please play it with a group of friends. It is so much more fun with friends than I remember. I was playing it alone for a little bit here and there, and, you know, I was getting a little pissed off because, you know, you don't really have anyone to interact with. So, but man, it is so fun with friends, man. It is so fun with friends. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. I know I am. Corners here, corner here, corner here. Good spots to hide, guys, as well as in here. You got the corner there, or excuse me, right there. And over here in this area, you can plant yourself up here and be like a little sleeping bag there. So anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I am, man. Make sure if you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. There's going to be tons of videos. Not like this, but we play a lot of different games. We have God of War coming out on April 20th. That's going to be amazing. We have UFC 3 coming out here in 2 or 3 days. 3 days. I think it drops on the 30th if you got the early access, which I did. You get it on the 30th, so that's going to be amazing. Or no, it comes out on February 2nd. Excuse me. February 2nd is when we're going to be playing it. So we're going to have that on the channel as well as tons of different things coming in the future. We got Treyarch's new game coming out this next year. We have we're going to be playing A Way Out. I'm going to be playing that with one of my friends, Kyle, Bad Omen 6. He's a really cool guy. We're going to be playing that with him in March. And then what other games do we have here? Let's go ahead and just back out of here real fast. We have Far Cry 5. We have A Way Out. We have Far Cry 5 and God of War. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Doesn't look like it here. Red Dead Redemption is supposed to be coming out Q1 or Q2. I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming out close to the summertime or just after summertime in September. So we have that come to the channel as well. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed Insane Silence here. If you're new, hit the subscribe button one more time and like the video as well. I'll see you guys next time. Boom, baby.